yato, yāmi, tato, narasimha.
bahir Nrsimha, here thy
Narasimha, here thy Narasimha.
Nrsimhadev sharanam prahlādāye.
Nrsimhadev sharanam prahlādāye.
Nrsimhadev sharanam prahlādāye.
Nrsimhadev sharanam prahlādāye.
kara-kamala-vare, narasim adbhuta-śr, dalita-hiran yakaśipo,
Bolo.
ta-narahari-rūpa,
Tava kara-kamala-vare, nakam adbhuta-śr, dalita-hiran yakaśipu-tanu-bhr, narahari-rūpa,
So greetings to everyone, to our friends on Zoom, and to everyone on YouTube and Facebook, and to all the Yogalution yogis in Long Beach, California. So this is our weekly Kirtan class, but this week also happened to be Nrsimhadev Jayanti, or the appearance day of a very special avatar named Nrsimhadev. And this name is Sanskrit Narasimha. So we might have heard of Singapura. So Singha means lion, and Pura is kingdom. So it's the kingdom of the lion. And so Singha means lion, and Nara means human. So Narasimha is the human lion, and it's an avatar, very creative, adaptive avatar of Vishnu that came after Varaha. So Nrsimhadev is the fourth avatar in the Dasha-avatar series, and he was a very creative avatar because he had to fit certain criteria according to some boons that had been achieved by a great, very austere yogi who was able to perform certain penances and receive certain siddhis. But just because you have great power doesn't mean you use your power wisely. So earlier on, Varaha had vanquished the asura Hiranyaksha, and Hiranyaksha's brother Hiranyakashipu was so quite mad about that and was a sworn enemy of Vishnu, and so he performed great austerities and he reached out to Brahma or Brahma appeared and said, "You've performed so many austerities. How can what can I give you in reciprocation?" And so Hiranyakashipu asked for certain boons. He asked that he not be vanquished by anyone created by Brahma, not to meet his demise in the day or in the night, inside or outside, on the earth or in the air, not by hands, not by weapons, and so many caveats there. And he was really puffed up. He sort of thought of himself as like the absolute, we're number one, And but his son Prahlād was a very sweet bhakti yogi, and Prahlād would say, "Hey Dad, you're great, but you're not God. Like, I worship the Supreme. I'm not going to worship you. Like, you're powerful, I get it, but you're not you're not the divine being." And that made his father really angry. And so there were so many confrontations with Prahlād. And then Prahlād would just go back to school the next day and tell everyone about Vishnu and how much he loves Vishnu. And anyway, his dad Hiranyakashipu was really mad. And during the final confrontation, he said, "If your God is so great, is he in this pillar?" And he pointed to a random pillar. And Prahlād said, "Well, technically speaking, yes, God's everywhere. And by, that deduction, God's also in this pillar." So Hiranyakashipu smashed the pillar and out came Nrsimhadev. And Nrsimhadev was half man, half lion. And he fought with Hiranyakashipu, and finally Hiranyakashipu met his demise, not on the ground nor in the air, but on the lap of Nrsimhadev. At twilight, so not during the day nor at night, in the doorway, so neither inside nor outside, not by a being created by Brahma, because Vishnu is eternal, or at least is not created by Brahma, and he was able to kind of meet all the legalese of the caveats that Hiranyakashipu had been given according to his boon. And so Nrsimhadev has come to symbolize the protector of Dharma, or goodness, and also the protector of all the bhakti yogis. So, sometimes when you're out and about and you're feeling a little fearful or whatever it might be, you can always just meditate on Nrsimhadev, or sing a bhajan to Nrsimhadev, or sing a kavacha to Nrsimhadev, and this will give you sort of spiritual and psychic protection. I remember one time we were traveling and it was a bit of a hairy situation. We couldn't get out of this situation, so we just together we chanted the Nrsimha prayers and everything eased. And so it's a really beautiful protection tool you can have. And so this week was the appearance day of Nrsimhadev, and so that's why we're singing these songs. As with everything, every avatar has a sort of a yin and yang consort. So Lakshmi Devi is the consort of Nrsimhadev, because Nrsimhadev is an avatar of Vishnu, and Vishnu and Lakshmi Devi go together. And Nrsimhadev makes his appearance throughout the Vedas, and different Vedas, and also within the Puranas. He appears many times in the Puranas, and specifically in the Bhagavad Purana in Canto 7 goes into great detail about Nrsimhadev, and you can travel throughout India and see so many deities, so many wonderful deities of Nrsimhadev, and some very ancient carvings in honor of Nrsimhadev. And so we love to remember Nrsimhadev at this time of the year. Mm-hmm. Another really beautiful thing I mentioned, the kavacha. So a kavacha, sometimes you see people wearing these necklaces and it almost looks like a barrel, a little small barrel, and they might say, "Oh, that's my kavacha." And inside will be a mantra written and scrolled up and put inside this sort of time capsule, and then it's worn around the neck or around the arm. And so kavacha is a protection prayer that you chant or that you have on you as a protection. And the word kavacha comes from, say, if you are in battle, the breastplate, the armor, was called the kavacha. And so when we say kavacha, we're talking about sort of that spiritual protection, and also physical as well. Sort of creates good vibes around you. So there's a really beautiful kavacha called the Nrsimha kavacha, and it goes for about 25 minutes. So we won't do it today, but we should do it together one day. We'll do a special occasion where we chant the Nrsimha kavacha. But what I would love to do is just do the little introduction to it, a couple of minutes, so you get a sense of it, how beautiful it is. And again, you can just chant this, and just honestly, when we say these things like it's a protection prayer, what is the final result of that? If you're feeling confident and protected and safe, what is the final result of that? Is it that you're peaceful? Mm-hmm. You know, so it creates this mood of shanta rasa where you're feeling abhaya or fearless, and you're feeling peaceful. So this is the mood that we're going for when we're chanting the Nrsimha kavacha, and also when we just pay our respects to Nrsimhadev. It's that feeling of peacefulness. So let's sing Om together. Whenever you need it, and just help support the beautiful kavacha with the sound of Om. Jwalantam sarvatomukam Nasringam Vishanam Badram Mrityur Mrityum Namah Om Namah Bhagavate Tulyam Purushaya Shanti.
you are sharing this time with us. And now we are gonna sing the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in Jaunpuri Raag. So let me put it on the screen for you.
So we like to always bust out a beautiful melody for a kirtan. So this was a kavacha and a bhajan, but in order for us to come together, sung kirtan, sangha and kirtan, it's nicer if we have a very simple call and response mantra that we can sing together. And we love the Maha+Mantra. It's very concise and very sweet, and it has been it's been recommended in this age for us to come together and to sing. And so we love choosing melodies that have meaning and that have potency. So the rags, there are so many different melodies, and they were created by various saints and sages and musicians over hundreds and thousands of years. And each rag has a mood, and this mood creates a rasa, or a taste. And today's rag that we'll be doing is Jaunpuri. So traditionally, Jaunpuri is a late morning rag, so anywhere between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m, depending on how long day is for you. If your day is, if you're in Sweden and your day is 24 hours long, it will be in the second quarter of the day. But we try to do it in terms of a 24-hour day, 12 hours night, 12 hours daytime. And so with that in mind, it would be a late morning rag. So it is known as a Shadav Sampurna rag, and that's the jati. It's one of the classifications. So that tells us that there are 6 notes on the arohi going up, and there are 7 notes on the avrohi coming down. So what's missing on the aro is ga. And in this rag, ga, every note except the immovables are komal, except for re. So that would be sa, re. We miss ga, ma, pa, kabul da, komoni, da, ni, sa. Coming down, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, komo ga, re, sa. So remember to miss ga on the aro. Sa, re, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Let's do that one more time with the sargam. Sa, re, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. See, we even have all the birds singing with us. So, Jaunpuri is in a Sawari cut, or in a Sawari scale. And my teacher always said to me, Sawari, this is crybaby rag. So, and what she meant by that was that the mood is very yearning. It's a yearning mood. And so as we sing this, let's yearn for connection with the divine. And one of the rasas in this rag, there is bhakti, there's shringara, but what's a little unusual about this one is there is adbhutam, or awe and wonder. And Nrsimhadev is awesome, and Nrsimhadev is wonderful, full of wonder. So that's why this rag is nice and appropriate for Lord Nrsimhadev. Hare Krishna, so much for joining us. And we really love you to join us on Zoom as well. And you can email us at kirtanmusic@gmail.com to join us via Zoom. And we stay around afterwards to answer any questions and go over the Raag and whatnot. And one beautiful way to join our family is to go onto patreon.com/Krishna Kirtan Music, and there are different categories, and you can join the family and support so that we can keep this kirtan accessible and available for everybody here, and so we can all sing together and raise the vibration.
Yes, so once again, as far as you joining the class, we welcome you. Please email us at krishnakirtanmusic@gmail.com. Let me put it on the screen. And you need to email us with your first and last name and the reason why you would like to join in. And we make sure we put you on the guest list, because I see names, and if you're not on the guest list, we cannot let you in.
Because it's a private group.
Yeah, we need to make sure you're not a robot. Let's say that.
That's pretty much it. So we want to make sure you're not a robot.
So that's the email on the screen, krishnakirtanmusic@gmail.com. And please be on time, because once we start, I cannot stop playing the drums to let you in.
We don't have any roadies, so we don't have anyone to let you in.
And once again, the links that Shri just mentioned is, the first one that she mentioned is patreon.com/Krishna Kirtan Music, which is the second one on the screen. The first one is paypal.me/Krishna Kirtan Music, where we welcome any amount of your choice. And also at Venmo, at Krishna Kirtan Music. I believe this is, no, sorry, that's not the one. On Venmo, just on Venmo is at Krishna Kirtan Music. And please put your Kirtan alarm for 7 p.m. Los Angeles time. We're very happy to be here for the Yogalution family and everybody in the Americas. Yes. So
and apologies for those guys on Zoom waiting to get in, but you have to be on time because the class is already here, and we just want to start on time. And
for the ones who got here on time. and
I get it because I'm late to a lot of things, but we got to turn up on time.
And anything else you would like to add?
No, just stay wonderful, stay fabulous, and we love you, and we'll see you next week. Oh, we've been on the road, but I think we'll be back in a stable place next week. So I hope you've enjoyed coming on the road with us, and also thank you for tolerating all the different locations we've been coming from.
Absolutely. And once again, if you have any questions, please type them on Facebook and YouTube, so that we can just follow up with any questions that you may have about the pastimes. Today was Nrsimhadev appearance, and we were celebrating it, and also about Jaunpuri Raag. Okay, thank you. Haribol.
And for those on Zoom, stick around and we'll go over
any
some
questions.